Last night I got the alternator put back together, all the wires back on, and put some shims under here or spacers so it doesn't rattle as much. So let's see if it starts up.
Morning from the Alligator Pungo River. It is very straight. It's not the most exciting. Actually, I kind of feel like I'm back at the Erie Canal in some of those sections. But there's no alligators. So we're just covering some ground, gonna make it to Belhaven today, which is a little under 30 miles from here. Some corals playing with her dinosaurs, ducks, sharks, anything to keep the baby entertained. Wow, what do you have there?
Dinosaurs.
But no, those ones were Dorothy. Ducks and flamingos. Oh no, and Kai is in serious trouble. This is his shade cover, but but he's playing with it.
We just dropped anchor. Now it's time to go solve the alternator problem for a second time. Oh, fingers crossed. Hopefully it's just the belt. Well, while the girls are away, the boys will play on Wildly Intrepid 2. By play, of course, I just mean fix the alternator. And Kai will just be hanging out, really. But Coral and Alex went to the shore because Coral's really been needing some shore time. Poor her, she's been cooped up in the boat. I mean, poor all of us, really, but we're used to it. Coral, not so much. She really likes to run around sometimes. So they're gonna go run around and I'm gonna watch Kai and hopefully get this alternator working. Oh, what's wrong? Are you going poop? What are you doing? What are you doing, big man? You wanna help Dad work on the alternator? Yeah? What do you think? Is that a good idea? Alright, Kai's being a little fussy, so he's gonna hang out on the floor with Dad. Right here, right nice and close to me. So you don't get too fussy, and Daddy's gonna work over here, okay? Just right here. I won't be that far, alright? Alright. It's okay, I'm back. Hey, it's okay. I just went to go get this little lock washer because the one I had was too big. Is that okay with you? Yeah? You gonna be alright? Yeah. Good. Good, I'm glad. Can I go back to work? I just gotta get this on the bolts. I've already cleaned up the bolts. Yeah, you think so? So it's okay? I can do this real quick? So I can wash my hands, and then I can pick you up? We just gotta test the alternator first. Is that alright? Okay, sweet. Thanks, bud. Alright. Alright, let's get it going here. That was too big. That one should be just right. Nice! Mr. Kai just needs some attention sometimes. Hey, buddy. It's okay. Just want some sweet, sweet loving. I love you.
It's okay. You don't need to be so upset.
Well, I think it's gonna work. Let's try starting up the engine and see if it works. What do you think, Kai? Is that a good idea? Yeah? As long as I don't have to let you go, you'll be happy? Oh. Normally his spit up is delayed. Yep, there it goes. So you hear him burp and then he spits up not long after. Poor little guy. Spits up so much more than Coral. Alright, now that the alternator is finally working, I can head up the mast and get the anchor light working, because we've been using our steaming light as our anchor light, which is not ideal. So I'm just gonna suit up and head up the mast, see if we can figure this out. Okay. All right, I made it. And it's quite the nice view, actually. All right, here's the culprit. I'm going to untape this, see if I have power here. Not gonna be able to film all of it, but I'll try to film some. Let's look at the sunset in there too, right? Nobody wants to watch me unwrap a wire without that sunset there. Always find interesting surprises on this boat. I guess any boat. I think maybe they put on too much tape. What do you think? Alright, 24 hours later, after unrolling 50 miles of tape, we almost have the connectors. Yes, I could have just cut this off, but I'm curious what the actual problem is. And I still have some sunlight. Plus, it's kind of a nice view from up here. So why not take my time? And I get to see what kind of interesting work people did on this boat. Turn on the anchor light, please. Well, sure is a nice sunset from up here. Gorgeous. Alright. Looks like I got light. Now where's my bad connection though? That's the question. Oh, it's at the bottom. So just jiggling wires gives you a good indication of where your problem is. So it looks like it's at the bottom of here, because as I jiggle it, we get flickering. So these connectors were good. I should have did that at the start and I wouldn't have had to untape all that. Oh well. Actually, I think these are shrink wrap connectors that were never shrink wrapped. Anyway, I'll swap them out later. Let's see what's going on under here. Of course, I didn't bring any WD-40 up here, so this might be fun. Oh, shoot. What? Yeah, you know what? Don't bother. It's not the connectors there, and I need it's the connectors inside the light. So I think we need a new light. And I need some WD-40 or something to get these screws out. I might even have to cut them, but I'll have to soak them a couple times. I had it go in there for a second, now it's not going again. No, I'm not gonna bother taking it down. We don't have a replacement. All right, well, back to the sunset, guys, since the work here isn't really being very productive. Can you go check if if it flicked the breaker on the anchor light?
a nice anchorage here in Belhaven.
Well, at least we found the problem. Okay, yeah, so there's a short up here underneath where the light actually bolts into the mast. So yeah, anyway, right here, that's our problem. Little jiggle, and you can see it flicker. So yeah, I need some WD-40 and likely a new light, but I'm not gonna mess with that right now. We know we need a new light.
Faut toute la tirer, Coral. Tire, 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 tire. We got our swab at work. Woo!
All right, we also got a brand new spinnaker sheet, which we don't use as a spinnaker, but hey, that's all right. It's thanks to Dan and Peg for trading some of our larger line for some of this 3/8 line. It's a little smaller than what we had before, but it's rated for a good 4,000 some pounds, I believe. So it should be more than enough to lift our dinghy without the outboard on it. But I'm not gonna let this light beat me. I actually started loosening off the screws. It seems like it's working. I didn't need WD-40 after all, just had to be stubborn.
Coral, on est où? Belhaven. Coral, tu veux lui voir le visage, toi? Hein?
Well, it's kind of a cloudy, light wind day. We're just making some more ground to Oriental. It's gonna be kind of cool. I like the Oriental area. There's accessible marinas, or sorry, marine shops, and there's a free dock there if we can squeeze in there. But not a big deal if we don't have to. If we can't, then we'll just drop the dinghy. But yeah, it's been kind of gloomy and we're not making a whole lot of solar, so it's really good that I got the alternator working. I'm super stoked about that. And this boat is incredibly fast. We just keep passing boat after boat. Some catamarans, some trimarans, and I don't feel like we're pushing the boat that much. We're right around cruising speed that we've always pushed it. There's not supposed to be any current here, but we're ripping. I don't know what happened to the boat. Maybe getting the belts all tight is making the engine run better. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, but we're going like an average of 7.2, and I've just never felt like one of the faster boats out of the crew of people going down the coast, and in this case we are. We made it to Oriental. Now we gotta take off the damn dinghy because the dinghy dock was full, or the boat dock. So now we're gonna have to take this off. I can't wait to have davits. This sucks.
Garbage run.
Kyle, you gonna carry one of these? All right, you got it. Let's go. Let's go, Cora. Go around the dock. Hey, what did I just say? Stop.
Well, we made it to Oriental. Didn't get the free dock, but we made it to an anchorage, which is pretty solid. A little packed in there. Actually, there's still some space, but there's a lot of boats. So now we're gonna go explore. Wow, a bit of a quick change of plan. We are at a free dock after all. We forgot that there was that second free dock, and Corey's coming back with
1 pound of fresh shrimp from all these boats around us. It's gonna be delicious. Man, they're huge. Look at that.
So good last time.
I don't know if you can see that, but that's massive shrimp. Yum, 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 yum.
Barbecued shrimp.
Yeah.
Have fun peeling.
Should be fun.
Rainy, gloomy day. I'm doing a lot of laundry. Well, two loads of laundry. Bed sheets really needed a wash. And right next to us, there's the Oriental Marina Inn, which they're super friendly here. I forgot my laundry bag on the boat. I'm gonna just shove everything in my jacket. Ah, get it all in. Okay.
You want a piece of banana? Give me the banana.
Mesmerized by the video.
Is it good, French toast? Is it good, Carl?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Well, please excuse the background noise. There's some sort of pumping going on one of the shrimp boats next to us. But we're here at the free dock and I'm trying to get a bunch of rainy day projects done. I got a bunch of editing done this morning and now I'm just trying to clean up a few things. But while I was cleaning up the wiring situation, because there was just coils of wire for no good reason coming from the original MPPT charge controller, so I decided to cut off the extra and clean up some of the compartments a little bit so we have a little bit more storage. So yeah, cleaning up this mess. Got a ridiculous amount of wire for what's needed to go to these batteries. But then when I was opening up the engine compartment, I found this. That looks like some water to me. We have had a leak on the antifreeze side lately. So we've had some dripping of antifreeze, but it hasn't been very much. I've filled this up a couple times from, you know, lower up to here, and you know, it's basically a whole trip down, you know, almost 200 miles, almost 2,000 miles, and we've only gone through maybe half a jug of pre-mixed antifreeze, so not too much of a leak, just a drip every now and then. And I kind of narrowed down the drip to one location, but actually I've just found another one. So let's take a look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bolt under there, a drain plug on the heat exchanger. It's leaking from there. But I've more recently just found, it's so hard to tell, but basically where the hoses are connecting to the other end of the heat exchanger, there is also a drip coming from it. So I'm hoping I can just tighten up a hose clamp. But the more pressing issue is, where did all that water come from? Because the heat exchanger leaks that I know of are just antifreeze, so it's yellowish. Whereas this is almost just pure water. So I gotta track this down. I mean, everybody's got their own level of experience, and I mean, I've been there too, just trying to get something done when you just need it to work. But I can't understand why you would want your solar panels hooked up to an extra, I don't know how many feet of wire that is. It's got to be at least an extra 10 feet of wire on both the negative and positive. So 20 feet extra wire, 10 gauge, that is making you lose solar power. Like, there's no need for it. It's just coiled up here. You could have put another connector on. But I mean, anyway, one of the previous owners, who knows which, decided that was good enough. The connectors needed to be redone anyway, so I might as well get rid of all of this extra cable. But the other thing is, you have all of this cable run here. I mean, this one I've already cut, I gotta pull through. And you ran, somebody decided it was a good idea to drill big massive holes and run cable outside here when you have this compartment that you could tuck cables neatly behind and screw them to the wall and nobody would see them, instead of having them here dangling where people are kicking them and stuff. I can't understand it sometimes. But anyway, I'm sure everybody deals with this kind of stuff on their boat. Not to mention the massive amount of wires that are just cut randomly that have to be pulled through. But yeah, let's get these wires rerouted so they make a little more sense now that I got the connectors cut off, and see how much extra we have, because I think I'm going to gain quite a bit of extra power from just reducing some of the losses in the cable. So even with leaving a generous amount to rewire our new lithium bank that's coming in whatever configuration we need to, I still managed to remove 15 feet of 10 gauge wire that was unnecessary. So I'm curious how much better it's going to work. And we're also getting new lithium batteries, so there's going to be 2 here and then 1 more under my feet here because I can't fit 3. I could try to squeeze another one in there, but then it'll be really hard to access the seacock for the engine and the seawater strainer, so I don't really want to do that. I've gained quite a bit of space over here. All the wires were kind of like hanging midway and kind of a hazard. These ones still need to be dealt with, but basically now all the wires are run flush with the floor, so even if you accidentally, when the boards are up, step in it, you don't tear out a bunch of wires. And I still got to clean all of them up, but now we have some nice big spaces to store some canned foods and stuff like that.
On my way to go grocery shopping. It's kind of exciting. Piggly Wiggly, the local grocery store, offers free shuttles to boaters here. So Dan and I are heading over there. Meanwhile, Corey and Peg are watching the boats and the kids. So let's get some food and beers. Big lift shuttle. Hi. Ooh, Aquarius.
Alright, the kids are up. Now I can start the engine and see if I can find that leak, because I wasn't able to see where it was when I was just looking underneath the engine. I didn't see any leaking, so it seems like it's only leaking when it's running, and it's a new leak because I was just dealing with the alternator. So let's preheat that engine and see if we can find that leak while it's running. Hopefully it's easy enough to fix. I always hate these things when they rear their dirty heads.
Beautiful rainy day here in Oriental. We are all out. The whole family is out for a walk, really, even though it's kind of raining. We get Carl all dressed up. Dad's only wearing a sweater. And so Sky, I couldn't find any rain jacket that was good enough for him.
Kai's double sweatered.
Oh,
He's 5 months. But he has 2 sweaters going on, so he's fine. It's
It's
only a light sprinkle. Come on, don't go too far. Come on over here. You gotta grab my hand. Crossing the road, remember? Thank you. Well, I just double checked, but I had figured we kind of screwed it up on the barbecue yesterday a little bit because it took a lot of effort in peeling. They were delicious, but I'm pretty sure I overcooked them a touch. And we should have deveined them and took them out of their shells. It would have made it a lot easier. But we did it all after the process. But anyway, we live and we learn. I haven't cooked shrimp on the barbecue ever, so this time Alex is up and she's gonna make a delicious meal and we're gonna have some fun with Dan and Peg. It's been really nice cruising with them. So.
Oh boy. There it goes. Hey, too much milk?
Cheers. I think. Oh, here you go. Anyway, I think I found the leak. I got it tightened up and it seems like it's not leaking nearly as, actually that one's not leaking at all. So I think we're due for a heat exchanger overhaul and just general cleanup in our near future. But it's good. Fixed the leak for now and now I just need to soak up the water down there. But first, I think we gotta make some supper because we got supper plans with our friends from Dauntless, Dan and Peg.
So lots of shrimp, lots of clams, more scallops. Anyways, lots of shrimp. Welcome to Alex's galley. I am so behind, trying to quickly rush the food because our friends Dan and Peg made some. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells amazing.
What do we have here?
The unveiling.
Oh man. That looks delicious.
Pasta with the clam sauce, seared scallop.
Oh, it's gonna be delicious.
And Dan didn't break the pasta. You might want to.
I'm super excited. Mediterranean style shrimp with like asparagus and sun-dried tomatoes from my mom and black olives and asparagus, fresh garlic, onions, and cilantro. Will it be good? Well, I think. We'll see.
Trying to find a place to eat something. And sit. We found this one little restaurant.
And you're walking like